What's up, guys? So this is 5 things that you'll need to learn and change as a westernized Filipino. I soon realized many of those rules don't apply here. The successes that I had in America might make you miserable here. Number 3, I had to unlearn individualism, to be honest with you. So in the West, it's usually a me first situation. And here, it's a we first. You can see that within the community. You can see that within the barangays. You can see that within the work culture. Now, I would have to say that the negative side of that we first type situation is that everything is out in the open to some extent. Privacy kind of knows no bounds here, right? Everybody loves to chase Smiths here. That's where the toxic side of things are. However, you know, I do find that Filipinos are, it's a very community culture. It's very similar to like a small town in some small towns in America. 'Cause I lived in Virginia for a bit, and whenever I went to the outskirts, to some extent, everyone knew each other. Everyone wanted to know what everyone's well-being was. Now this is like not having any drama within that community, but just in general, like they'll be like, hey, how's so-and-so? How are they doing? I heard this. I hope they're okay. Let me stop by. Let me make sure that they're okay. Here, I do find that in general, maybe not so much in the city areas, but in general, in the small communities here, especially in the provinces, everyone's really like, oh, I heard so-and-so, you know, unfortunately some people passed away. They'll go to the house. They'll do whatever they can to help. I do love that aspect of it, and it's not just a me type situation, because even in America, comment down below if you've experienced this, you can't even go to the neighbor sometimes, like especially in New York, everybody's so closed off to themselves. Like there's sometimes where there's years where you just don't even talk to your neighbor. You know who they are, you talk to them as in small talk, like good morning, how are you? But yeah, I mean I had a neighbor one time where Miss Sims, she lived next door to me. I probably said 2 or 3 things to her in 12 years. No, yeah, 18 years, not 18. In the 12 years I lived in Hempstead. So, you know, it's kind of that type of thing. Here, and this might be detrimental for many of you. Everyone knows each other's business to some extent, you know. I guess my advice to you to unlearn this and try to embrace it is, don't isolate yourself, you know what I'm saying? Even me, sometimes I like being isolated because this is, I hope it's a me thing, not a Western thing, but I like to isolate myself. I live in a freaking subdivision where my neighbors are far from me, and I'm decently far away from the city. So, you know, but I do integrate. I do go to these social gatherings. I do make the best effort I can to integrate. The real strength that I found in this community, or the Philippines, is that it's found in being interdependent, right? And not isolation. I just found that people are more than willing to help you in many cases here. And that's something I really appreciate, because I had to really unlearn that, oh, it's just a me thing. No one's gonna help me. Because there's been so many times that, you know, I had some issues and people's helped me, like people out of the blue, like, you know, just out of the blue. And you might get that, you might still get it in like the suburbs of New York, I don't know. Long Island, I got some of it, but it wasn't as apparent as it is here, to be honest with you.